So now we're going to do exactly the same thing, but for all the left boundary nodes, excluding corner nodes. So as you can see, this point here and this point here, they are all bounded by two surfaces, so that means they're a corner node. So we're going to exclude those and only look at what is next to the boundary. Okay, so this red dot is our point of interest. So we're going to draw our control volume around that. And similarly, we have east face, west face, north face, south face. And also our TP is point of interest, and TE, TW, TN, and TS. But be very careful that actually here we don't have TW. There's no node on the west side of the point P. Instead, we have this wall, TA, right? So now if we look at our equation 2, in this case, if we relate this equation with this current node, the second term, which is the west face, slightly changed a little bit because instead of using the TW, we're actually using TA to describe the temperature difference for the west face, right? We use TP minus TA and over half of the distance of delta X, because the distance between two nodes is delta X, right? So half of it is delta X over 2. And the rest of the equation stays the same. We're going to rearrange this equation to our coefficient form, right? And S is, as usual, the source term. And after rearranging, this is what we get. And notice that we don't have the TW term anymore. Instead, we have a TA term as a source term in this equation. So now we're going to take a look at all the right boundary nodes excluding the corners, which is this top upper right corner and lower right corner, right? So all these nodes, we're going to pick a control volume and do our analysis. So for example, if we pick this one and we have east face, west face, north face, and south face, and also have TP, TE, TW, TN, TS. So very similar to what we did for the left boundary. In this case, we don't have the TE term because there's no TE, there's no east node. Instead, there is a wall, TB, right? So if we relate this to our governing equation, we're going to replace our TE with TB. And for delta X, we're going to use delta X over 2. And the rest of the term stays the same, and rearrange this into our coefficients form, and S is our source term. As you expect, we don't have the TE term anymore. Instead, we have a TB in our equation.